Welcome to the Encore Audio Archives YouTube channel. I'm Taper Dave, and this is my channel. I've uploaded hundreds of talks here that I've recorded at meetings in West LA, and I've also recorded conventions starting in 2013. I've got a bunch of those up. And Walt and Mary Murray, the original owners of Encore Audio Archives, started the company in the 80s, and Walt recorded Joe and Charlie's and a bunch of stuff down in Vista, California. My sobriety date is June 20th of 1994. I hope you find something you like, so please like and subscribe to my channel and comment down below. If you want to hear something that I don't have or that you don't see, I'll see that I get it. Anyways, take care and have a great day if you want to.
Taryn, alcoholic. Taryn. Again. Yep. Showtime. First of all, I'd like to say that I didn't know how my voice sounded until I could hear it this loud. It's very masculine. Very masculine. With that said, welcome to the newcomers. If I wasn't in my own head, I would have remembered your names, but welcome. And happy birthday to the birthday people. I took my I'll have 3 years in April, which is not that soon, but it's sooner than not soon, you know what I mean? And I took my first year cake here. I was having the worst day because I heard, this is my second time sober, and I heard and understood that everything kind of goes wrong on your first birthday or on birthdays in general, and that expectations, don't have expectations. And I was told to thank people that had been in my life and thank them for helping me stay sober and all this shit that was outside of myself. And I was so self-absorbed and self-obsessed, I couldn't possibly do that. And I had the worst first birthday ever because obviously everything was shit, and I had the lowest self-esteem, and I had yet to fully work the steps. And my sponsor met me here, and she brought me 20 balloons and a plastic crown. And I remember my hair was super short. It's short now, but it was scary short. And I had the masculine voice, and I kind of had the same grungy clothes on. And I stood at the podium, and I don't think I had the crown on at the time, but I just stood up here, and why am I telling you guys this story? It's not even, there's no punchline. It doesn't get better. That was it. I guess the point of it is congratulations to the birthday people. The first guy, Taryn, alcoholic. Welcome to the newcomers, and happy birthday to the birthday people, and congratulations on your third child. That's awesome. And thank you for asking me to speak. Lead. I'm already almost out of time. Probably. Shit. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you. It's great to be here. I haven't spoken in a meeting in a really long time, and that could be because my program's gotten weird, or it could be because that just happens. But I'll just backtrack to the birthday thing because you guys love that story. I worked the steps, which I hadn't done in my first year. My dreams, if they would have come true, it would have been me having $1 billion, no mother, 10 boyfriends, and 3 dogs. And I'm so grateful that none of that came true. None of it came true. But I worked the steps, and something else really happened for me. And I worked those steps because the things that I thought I wanted weren't coming true. And I was in a lot of pain because I wasn't self-medicating anymore with alcohol, with drugs, with whatever else I was doing. And I wasn't getting what I wanted, and I was told when I first got here that there was something that could give me something that I'd never had before, and that was a connection with a higher power. The ability to think of someone else and not myself. And I'm so grateful that my dreams didn't come true, the ones that I thought that were important. And it's a lot about other people, and it has a lot to do with material things, because it got me to work the steps, and I got in a lot of pain. And I had to check myself into treatment in my first 8 months. twice sober because I was like really, my alcoholism was thick. I didn't know that the steps were gonna help cure my alcoholism or help me move through it, help get some like perspective and some room, feel like I could breathe again. I didn't know that was it. It was either suicide or it was gonna drink or, you know, kill my best friend. Like I was kind of on edge. And thank you for laughing. Would have been so awkward. I've never killed anybody, okay? Jesus. And I finally worked the steps, and I'm so grateful that I went back into treatment, and that doesn't always happen. I've only relapsed once, but I have a lot of friends who get some time or shit gets rough, or, you know, I don't get surprised when people relapse, because it's like, I get it. I can't believe I didn't. That's like, what's crazy. And I hit an emotional bottom in sobriety where just none of my dreams were coming true. And even if they would come true a little bit, if I get a really cool sweater, or like if the guy gave me attention, or if I stole from my dad, or if I got a dog, which I did. I had a dog named Bosley. He was a French bulldog. I got him with a guy that I had been with for a month from prison. And we sold him after 2 weeks because I was like, this is a dog. That's weird. Everything just kind of started falling apart. So my dreams either came true a little bit or didn't come true at all, and I started doing the steps. And I started reading the big book in a way that was interactive. Like every sentence was almost a question, and I would read through the big book at night. I would meet with my sponsor. I really had that desperation. Like I loved driving to my sponsor's house and meeting with her in her bed. That sounded weird, but we would just sit on her bed. And her cats would like jump all over the place, and we'd read out of the big book. And I'd go home and I'd read it because I really wanted to find out like why I was feeling so fucking awful, and why nothing outside of me was working, and why drugs hadn't worked, and why alcohol hadn't worked, and why I was here. Like I had all these questions. And I started connecting with the book, and I started reading Bill's story, which was placed there to like see how unmanageable my life is. 5? Thank you. You're gonna have to give me another reminder because I have like no conception of time. Like I will not know when 5 minutes is over. Just give me like a 1, okay? Thanks. You guys are awesome, by the way. I'm so sorry. Good group. And I started reading the book, and I started to really relate. I started to ask myself questions. The questions in the book. Now, I asked myself a lot of questions, but they were important questions, you know? And I did my inventory. I did a 4-step, which for anybody who's new, it's an inventory. It's a moral inventory. You write down a lot or a little, however honest you want to be with yourself. And I wasn't afraid because I had so much anger. And this is the best part, is I thought that 4-step was to like get this anger out and to be like, fuck my ex-boyfriend, fuck my mom, you know, fuck Uncle Jerry, fuck the police. Yeah. Did you say that? You're awesome. All right. Okay. That's awesome. Just got a phone call that was really, see who that is. Oh. Should I take it? And the best part of my 4-step that I realized after I got through 600 resentments, which I finished in 2 weeks, by the way, was that that was like the most important part, was I finally saw how I was showing up in every single one of my relationships. Like I saw exactly what I brought to every single relationship. And that was so important for me to see, because I am so good at playing the victim. I am so good at thinking that I'm a piece of shit. I'm so good at thinking that everything revolves around what you are or are not doing to or for or with me. You following? And from there I got some, you know, some understanding of how I was showing up, and I got to list my defects, and I got to I was able to make a decision what am I fucking saying? I chose, really? Can't get this sentence out. I saw my defects and I got to make a decision to act differently in my relationships and ask them to be removed. And to, like, I got to be my ideal self. It didn't like plan out. I didn't like end up happening that way. I mean, I'm still an asshole. I'm still manipulative, like the first guy who said, like, bless your heart, for saying that you still have these little things, because we all, like, I still have those things. It never really goes away, these defects. But I got to go to people who I had blamed for a really long time, and I got to ask, what could I do? And I guess it's just the most beautiful thing about being sober for me, and about taking inventory, and about connecting to a higher power and, like, really meditating, is that I live in this place of panic and fear and anger. And what I've been given, which are the steps, and which is a relationship with a higher power, it's such a huge window to create whatever reality I want in my life. Like, there was very little before. All I knew was my anxiety, my paranoia, my self-hatred, my judgmental judgments. I'm sweating so bad. Fuck you. There we go. There's no water, so that's nice. Like, I have no way to, like, you know, when you tell they're uncomfortable and they're like, I'm just gonna drink this. For like 30 seconds. Am I done? I don't want to be done, but I just feel so bad for you guys, 'cause I have no idea what I'm saying. Keep going, NWA guy. Bless your heart. Thank you. I've earned this. I'm gonna fucking throw up. Oh. Oh my God. If you're new, it's just there's so much to be had. And, like, even for me, what do I fucking know? I have, like, almost 3 years. There's people in here with, like, 25, maybe more, I don't know. But I've learned that the feelings that I've had and the experiences that I have and the thoughts that I have and the judgments that I have aren't necessarily always true. And I don't always have to believe what I tell myself, and I don't always have to say what I think. I really feel like I'm gonna throw up. I drank a lot really fast, you guys. Oh my God. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, this is how I prepare my drone for launching. I like to do it inside the cab of my truck so I'm not standing outside in the weather. To install the joysticks for control, up and down, right and left, powered on. I have an Android phone that I use to connect it to the drone with. And it's actually controlled through the iPhone, through an app. Oops, wrong way. It's actually controlled through the iPhone, or through this Android phone, through the app. It's actually controlled through the Android phone, through an app, and you connect it through this short connection right here.
Remote control connected.
Remote control's connected. So Pull out the drone. I have to extend the legs. Long legs extended first, then the short legs. Remove the gimbal protector. Set that aside, then power it on one short burst and one long burst. I lay it down. So I have to go to calibrate. So the drone's not connected yet. It shows you here as this drone gets disconnected, even though the remote's powered on. So the drone has to establish it's connected. So I go into the app to calibration mode. First I'll calibrate the remote controller. Start calibration. Out, in, out, in, up, down, and then this little wheel is to control the gimbal. So it's calibrated. Go to gimbal calibration, start calibration, and then it calibrates the gimbal. I don't know if that shows up. The gimbal's moving all over the place. Changes, you can see it on the video. And I'm calibrated to take off. It's acquired 7 satellites at the moment. There are 26 satellites up in the sky, which it has to acquire before you can take off. So it's connected. It's got enough satellites. This is white. I can go to press this little arrow button, swipe right to take off, and it would start the motors if I slid this to the right. But I'll wait till I get outside. Don't want to do it inside.